everyone. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. This is Petal. I am outside and I thought, well, since I'm sitting here, I might as well just hang out with my friends for a little bit. It is cold and I'm sitting by the water. Don't ask. I don't know why. I'm just crazy like that. I hope it's not too loud. There's cars going on in the back of me there. So I'm hoping it is not too loud. I hope you can see this picture that's on the screen. Hello, Fancy, Fancy, and Emma Day. Good afternoon. How are you? I am just being crazy and just sitting outside and not wanting to be inside. Hi, Connie Mama. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my private, quiet time sitting by the water in the cold. Don't ask. Don't ask why I'm sitting in the cold, but I am just like, that's just me sometimes. I am deathly afraid of large bodies of water, yet it's the one place that I feel so calm all the time. Don't ask me to go anywhere in it. Never, I mean, you won't want to go into this water anyway. But it is just very calming out here. So how are you guys doing? I hope you can hear me. Just give me a thumbs up and let me know if you can hear me well. I hope you are able to hear me well. It is windy and it is loud. But I hope I posted in our community page. Hello, Claudia and Perlina and Risitas. Hello. I posted in our community page Prince Harry's interviews this morning with Good Morning America or GMA. And I hope you guys were able to watch it. I would just love to know your thoughts. I was literally just sitting here thinking about it, like, I wonder what people thought about the interview. I know some people were a little apprehensive about it on X when I was there. Most people that went, on YouTube, on the YouTube end of things, were totally fine with it. Some people were like, for me, it was just like, oh no, here we go. Brace yourself because, you'll have the onslaught of, British press stuff, and so I didn't know how they would be responding. So if you guys can give me a thumbs up and let me know if you can hear me. I don't know if you're able to hear me well. So give me a thumbs up in the chat to let me know you can hear me. That would be really, really great. So I'm not talking to myself. Okay, you got it. Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Perlina. Thank you, Jaren. I appreciate it. Rosita says, I loved Harry's interview. Salty Island will lose. They'll lose it about him becoming a citizen. I mean, they've been talking about taking away his title. So hey, now if he decides to, he said it's not on the top of his list of things to be doing. But thank you guys for letting me know you can hear me. I appreciate it. Thank you, because it is loud out here. So I'm not sure. So. And my headsets, when I put it in, you mightn't be able to hear me. I don't know why. I can hear from my headsets, but for some reason when I speak, you're not going to be able to hear me. I don't know why that happened. That's what happens when you're using a cheap headset. So my walking headset is very cheap. So there you go. It's like $6 I think I paid for that thing. So there you go. I think I'm getting my money's worth. So anyways, they were talking a lot about taking away his title and taking away, if Harry becomes a citizen, one of the things is the US does not recognize foreign titles like that. So he'd have to give that up. So that if he decides to do it, then those titles would go. At least it's not going to be recognized here. So very interesting. MGS says the interview was good, nothing controversial, except the clowns will find something, of course. So glad they are supporting the veterans and their family. Yes. Yes. Oh, wait, so Perlita's like, I can't see any snow. Well, actually, if you look at the bottom, let's see, let me just put down. Okay, so literally, this is all the snow that is here right now. I'm just gonna turn my camera. This is how New York snow is. Remember all that snow the last time I did a live outside? This is all that's left in this park right now. I don't know if you can see it at the bottom there. That white thing at the bottom there, That's all the snow that's pretty much left. If you away from the park, there is literally none. There is no snow. And that's why when it snows in New York, and if you really want to take advantage of it, you have to do it the day of, or else it turns to slush and then it goes away. So yeah, snow doesn't stay in New York, unfortunately. Other places, yes, it'll stay there and pile up. Not here. So because by the time I left that little park that I was, by the time by the time I got there, my socks was a little bit wet because I guess there was a little hole in my boots or something. And by the time I was on my way home and having to walk by the sidewalk, I mean, it was a slushy mess. So, yeah, New York snow does not stay. It definitely melts away really quickly here. So, yeah. Wanda M says he's thinking about becoming an American. I know. That would be very, very exciting because then he doesn't have to deal with all the nonsense on Shutter Island, you know. Americans don't think the way British people think. We don't have ownership. They have this ownership mentality when it comes to Harry, and it's just like there was this what's that? I think Hannah Furness from the Daily Telegraph had this ridiculous article. Literally, the headline is that Harry and Meghan have 3 days to behave themselves. Like it's like she's talking to children. And it's just like, lady, do you really understand how stupid that you sound right now with that nonsense? But she really, oh, goodness, that just kind of popped up there. She really had this mentality of like, she could dictate to a royal or anybody, really, any adult, what to do and how to live their life. And that, apparently that didn't satisfy her today because, Harry did the interview. Harry didn't pay heed to the advice to not say anything and to behave himself. And it's just like, can somebody tell these people how stupid they come across? It is just so ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. So, yeah. Rosita says, Harry says interacting with the people is as fixed like a drug. It's not a duty to serve foisted upon him. He actually enjoys being of service. Exactly. Yeah, and you could tell, right? You could totally tell it's a drug for him. It's his, for lack of a better term, I guess, the drug of choice. And that's the one you want to have, right? And he's so natural with them. They're definitely his peeps. So Maureen says, in my opinion, he answered the questions about his conversation with his father about his health excellently. I think so as well. He said what needed to be said. He didn't say anything that wasn't already out there. And when he was basically asked about, sort of to get more detailed, like what, his dad's diagnosis and all that stuff, he just said, no, that's between us. So, and I think, it's so funny because I saw, I think it was like a reporter or something, and she had a good point. She said, with interviews like that, there is give and take. Harry knows that if you want you're going to get ABC to come out there and do that and promote your charity or your event like that, they're going to need something, right? You're going to have to give something. And so Harry would have known that they would ask him something about his family, and especially the fact that he was just there in the UK. That is normal. He wants them to cover his event. He wants to get them to really be, give publicity to the vets and to the games that's coming up next year. That's what he's going to take away from that. All the publicity, you have the worldwide press looking at that interview. And so that's what he gets. ABC wants gossip. They want something to get some clicks. They want viewers. So what is their get? Their get is going to be whatever he tells them about his family. So it's one of those give and take things. Harry could say a little bit and not reveal anything, and they're fine with that. People will jump to the interview to watch, especially those in the UK. That's like a ready built-in audience right there. And so Harry gets them to cover his games and really feature the veterans. And then he gets to, and then they get a little bit of gossip about the UK Royals. And I'm so happy you never mentioned the other brother. So, and I said the last episode, you want to see William, he's going to show up exactly on Monday. I said last episode, I'm like, guaranteed, you will see William back at work on Monday. Today, what did they announce? He is coming back. He beat me by a day. He is coming back on Sunday for the BAFTAs. They were saying, last week, and oh, don't expect him back anytime soon, and all of that stuff, that he's literally not going to be back anytime soon. Don't expect him at work. The moment he saw Harry in Vancouver and all the great press Harry was getting and the welcome and that, I knew it. I knew that William would be right out there. He would be like, nah. I'm telling you, the only way to get William to work is to put Harry out there. The only way you'll get that man to work, he has to be in competition. Has to. And so it is just incredible that and also, his Earthshot mess is going to be going to South Africa. If you want to, part of that whole thing with the African parks thing, yes, they need to, take care of the mess, whatever is going on there. They need to, work on that. But if you want to know why the British press is so on top of that, is William, his Earthshot is going to be in South Africa. And so it's just all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute, that stuff was there since last year. None of you talked about it. And all of a sudden, William is going to take his Earthshot mess to South Africa. And all of a sudden, African parks is in the crosshairs of the British press. And the attacks and all of that stuff, whether it has to do with Harry or not. It's... Body says Harry is William's kryptonite. That plus is the only thing that stirs him. It's the only thing that brings him to life, because if Harry has something, then William wants it. And it's really, really wild. I was just like, my calendar was like, no, he's going to be back on Monday morning. I was like, Monday morning, bright and early. And I was like, today I was like, shoot, she beat me by a day. But you just know that was going to happen. Unbelievable. What else? Let's see what you guys are saying. Hello, Church Nelly, our awesome moderator. Give you a little bit more of my little view here. Again, don't ask me why I'm sitting in the cold in the water. Don't ask. I'm crazy like that. So. See, it's nice. I mean, it's 40 something, so it's not too cold, and I'm like totally bundled up. So yeah. Philippe says people stole my inheritance because of lawyers should steal. I don't know what that is. Sorry guys, I'm outside. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do my thing to lock out. Oh shoot, and I already did this, so I can't go back, unfortunately, to lock out trolls. I am so sorry. I just realized, like, I'm seeing some names that I'm like, who? And then I realized I forgot to filter it. Ay, this is what happens when you do things impromptu outside. So Black Queen is here. Hi, Black Queen. How are you? I'm doing it via YouTube, so I don't have access to putting stuff on the screen. So if I'm doing it by StreamYard, then I could, but I'm doing it just straight from YouTube, so I can't just click on it and your comment is on the screen, unfortunately. So I just have to read it. But I'm happy Black Queen is here. Hope you're feeling better, Black Queen. We've been praying for you. So since you're here, so I'm assuming you're getting better. So please take care of yourself. So yes. So back to the interview. I really enjoyed the fact that they also had Peacemaker on the interview. Peacemaker is one of the Nigerian squaddies. I'm sorry, not Nigerian squaddies, but Nigerian athletes. I just assume, for me, I just adopt them as honorary squaddies anyway. So there. So yeah, so Peacemaker was there. He is there training, and so that is awesome. We saw, like, I think it was a few months ago, they had another group was there training as well, and so I did feature some of them on the podcast. So So it's great that they're not just like, oh, come and do winter sports and you're on your own to learn all this stuff. They're bringing them there. They get to work on the machine. They get to, feel out the mountains or whatever it is they're doing. And, so by the time they come for the games, they understand they understand what they need to do. And, if you did the skeleton like Harry did yesterday, I don't know about you guys, but I was terrified the whole day. Whenever anything where you have to go down by your head, I'm like, that's a no for me. So, wait, I think I just missed something. Was that Black Queen? Oh, Black Queen said she's still under. Okay. Lost my voice a little. Hopefully, by next week I'll be okay. Okay. That's good. Sorry that you lost your voice. That sucks, definitely. But, hey, we'll take next week. At least you're getting better, and that is good. So please take care of yourself and take it easy. So, yes. But I think I posted, Church Nelly said, yes, I deleted Philippe's is a bot. Deleted. Oh, thank you so much. I'm like, what is that? Thank you. I'm so sorry. Whenever I do it from here, then I completely forgot to, and the same thing happened the last time. I forgot to filter it. Indeed, I don't even know if I could do it from YouTube, because I normally, when I go live or do a podcast, I usually do it from StreamYard, but it's a little cumbersome to do just a impromptu live with StreamYard sometimes. So that's why I just came straight through YouTube. So yeah, let's see. But did you guys see Harry going down? I think I posted the videos on our community page. I hope you got to see it. Harry coming down on the skeleton and Meghan filming him. That was so cute. You could tell she was a little nervous. I would be too. So yes, hi Patricia Nixon says good afternoon squad and Petal. Hope everyone is fine. I haven't seen the interview yet. I hear Harry knocked it out of the park. He sure did. He sure did. So yeah, I love the coverage. I love the fact that the second part of the interview was all about the veterans, and Meghan was there. Meghan wasn't interviewed. She was just there supporting, which is like, you go. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Hi, Rafaela. How are you? It's like, Chef Sandy Love. Okay, so I don't have a translation, so I'm just gonna say hi. She's saying it to Rafaela, so Italiano. I'm gonna let you guys that one. I will not touch that. I don't understand Italian, so there. Let's see. Yeah, just let me know what else you guys thought about the interview. What did you think about the interviewer? And that obviously, again, it's Chris Reeves' son, Will Reeves, and Chris Reeves was the Superman in my day. And of course, he passed away. He actually had an accident, a riding accident. I think he was on a horse and fell and broke his neck. And so he was a paraplegic for the rest of his life. This happened when he was pretty young actually, and spent years in a wheelchair, and then until he passed. And his wife Dana passed a few years later. And it's so wild because I actually met her. Let's see. I actually met Dana Reeves quite a while ago. I was working in theater. I was doing, I think, what was I doing? Costuming, wardrobe actually for theater. And I was doing, it was just a wild thing. She was one of the actresses in a play, and she was in a play, I think, with Chris North, who was Mr. Big on the, what is that, Sex and the City? I don't know if you guys used to watch Sex and the City, but Chris North used to play Mr. Big on that show. And so they were both in there, and she was, I just remember her as being so sweet. And him is just weird. I was just like, had the weirdest conversation with that guy, and I was just like, okay. It was just, theater. And so, but that was my one experience with Dana Reeves, and she was just a sweet, sweet lady. And so that is Will Reeves' parents. So it's kind of cool, you know. It's like my dad used to be Superman. So yeah. Rosita says in a wheelchair and a respirator. After he died, she got lung cancer. Yeah, she died, which was so like it was just so when she died, it was I don't know, it was so shocking. It was just like what I don't know, like yeah, it's very very sad. So and it's wild that who Harry usually chooses to do interview with. I remember him doing one with and when he did one with Anderson Cooper and for Spare, and we know Anderson Cooper's history with his dad passing and his brother, and then knowing about Will and having both his parents. He's an orphan, and so it just Harry's very specific with the people that he chooses to do interviews with, and so yeah, very interesting. Let's see. Cutlow says, I love that interview. I almost had teardrop moment when they were talking about. Oh wait, that just jumped there. Hang on. When they were talking about sickness bringing people together. Yeah, that was really cool. That was yes. And that was, I think, when they were asking him about, Will talk, he was kind of even pulling it back to himself, like, he's been through and how that brings family together. And he talked about how, when you look at the Invictus family, and yes, that is, that does bring people together. And of course, the press is going to jump, and that's it. It's like, that's their olive branch thing coming back there. So, yes. Chef Sandy Love, 9 months. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for your support of the channel for 9 months. I appreciate it. She says, I said it before that the power of vibration is a work. Every enemy of our faves shall get their karma. They here we are, guys. Yes. Their karma is just has settled on quite a few places because of their nastiness towards our faith. So yes. But thank you again, Sandy Love, for being here and supporting. I'm so happy that you are here and you are supporting the channel. Eternally grateful. So yes. And Lewis is here and says, "Pedal the views. The view is beautiful with the clear skies." I know, right? It is gorgeous. We had a few days there of very, very gray skies, as if you remember when I pointed up when we had snow. Obviously it's snow weather, so it's usually gray. So I am by the river, so there's a lot of air traffic and car traffic in the back of me, so a helicopter is going by, so hopefully you can still hear me, but it's it's the river, so there's a lot of, I'm surprised there hasn't been more, but there's usually a lot of air traffic going by here, so you can probably hear it now. So yeah. Let's see. Rafaela, hello there. I think I saw something about you losing your eyesight. So sorry to hear. I hope you. Oh my goodness, Rafaela, I am so sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear that. I hope you feel fully, or at least hold on to your sight for a long while. I hope so too. I hope that there is some corrective measure that can to get you your eyesight back. So my goodness, there's stuff happening, guys. We need to pray for each other in so many ways. And so yeah, let's see. And if you're a troll and you're here, just know we're going to delete any troll posts, so don't waste your time or hours. We don't allow trolls here. You're free to listen, but do not write nasty stuff about our faves or negative stuff about our faves, because we're just going to delete it and block you forever. So don't waste your time. Okay, so there. What else? Hi, Kathy Gabby. Kathy says, hello, Pedal. This view is gorgeous. Yes, saw both parts. Love the natural outdoor, relaxed, informal setting. Harry did very well. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And it's good media trading. And I'm telling you again, I don't know what we did, but Sussexes have been just updating their website. I mean, we've had what, 4 posts in 2 days, and I was just like, what? I love it. I'm so proud of them, and that's growth. And I love to see growth when you see things that need to change and you jump on it and you do it. And it's just like, you go, Sussexes. I love it. I absolutely love it. So yes, they are growing and changing. And so I absolutely love it. It was just so cute watching Meghan really filming Harry as he came down the skeleton. So, and the crazy thing about that skeleton is you don't have to have any training. Like they said, it's like the only thing you need is courage. There's no preparing for it. You just got to get on it and go if you're going to do it. And it's just like, oh. One reporter, she the thing that they lie on, she said it's like a tea tray. And so I'm like, yep, that's what it looks like. And so yeah, it's like a sliding down at 60 miles an hour on a tea tray. And it's like, oh. So let's see. But Harry, I mean, Harry, that guy has no fear. He just goes for things like this, and it's just like, my goodness. Karen Warner says, just saw the speech on the curling event. He was awesome. Oh, okay. Is this I've been outside for a little bit, so is this just new that popped up on today? Because I haven't seen anything that they've done today as yet. They are in Vancouver today, so I hadn't checked X in a bit. So I'm assuming that was from today. So tell us more. Tell us more. Let's see. Hi, Leslie F. How are you? She says, hello, Pedal. I saw the interview live this morning at 7:30 a.m. Yes, what did you think? What did you think, my friend? Let's see. Mia says, welcome back. Oh, Black Queen. Pray for you. You're feeling better. And prayers for Rafaela. Yes, please. And also prayers for Cookies and Cream's son-in-law. He is in the hospital. She let us know yesterday. So definitely please pray for her and him and her family. So a lot of prayers needed around. So yes. Let's see. And also another thing that's been happening, I know Meghan has been wearing some incredible outfits. You know, I'm not a fashion person, but I know someone pulled up that the coat that she was wearing, the white thing, I think it was like Calvin Klein or something where it was from. That was, at least it said it's no longer available. So whether it's just out of stock in the sense of it was, you know, maybe it was something from another time, another season, or maybe it was sold out, I don't know, but it wasn't available. As usual with many things with Meghan, it's, you know, it goes away the minute people see her wearing it, they jump to get it. Even she was wearing an apron on one of she did the event with the ladies from Afghanistan, and the apron was sold out, and you're like, an apron? Sorry, a train is going by me there. An apron, and yes, an apron. I was just like, oh my word, man. So let's see. Yes, Perlina, continuous prayers for each other would be most appreciated. Yes. Let's see. Leslie says, I thought it was well done, although I do see he was a bit taken back on the American citizen question. I can't wait to get to Whistler. Yeah, I think he was taken aback. But I mean, look, as a reporter, that's, you're not gonna be feeding them questions before, so what you're gonna talk about. So it was good that something he had to think on his feet, and he was able to, sort of reel it in with that thing. And so, but it's interesting to know that he had thought about it. He was thinking about it, and also in light of, those crazy people who are constantly like going to court to try to get the immigration department to release his paperwork, as that he filled out to be able to stay in this country. And so apparently they're back in court next week or something. It's just like, people, they're not going to release that. If they release that, they can release yours. It's anyways, what are you gonna do? The government keeps saying no, 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 but they still keep thinking that they can get them to do it. So whatever. So, but it's very interesting that Harry is, he's like, I have thought about it, and if the UK keep playing the fool, nobody would blame Harry to be like, peace. I'm peacing out of here permanently. So I would love it. So let's see. So Leslie, you will be in Whistler, yeah. Let's see. Karen says GMA interview was great, spot on, anticipated what people wanted to hear him talk about. He quickly put them to rest. None of your business. Yes. And he gave them a little. And he got some. So they got what they wanted. He got what he wanted. So there you go. And nobody was nobody could walk away feeling like, oh, they violated anything. Just, Audie Impossible says the interview this morning was well done by both parties. Harry really highlighted. Oh, wait, that jumped. Hang on, let's just get that back. Harry, wait, where is it? Oh, yeah. Harry really highlighted the achievements of the Invictus Games and their veterans, straight to the point, as Harry has always done. Perfection. I'm glad that so many people are, really enjoyed this interview. Harry really did well. He really did well, and it's very honest, very open, and I love his relationship with the veterans, with the First Nations, with the Invictus, staff and stuff. Is just so great. So, kudos, Harry. That's why we're seeing William on Sunday. Very, very funny, man. It's so predictable. Miss September 15 says, hello, Pedal. I cracked up when Harry said he thought of becoming a U.S. citizen. I know. I hope he keeps thinking about it, because I really hope he does. And, keep those. But again, he does have, that's his family, and, they do have a legacy there and all of that stuff. You can understand why he's like, maybe that's not what I want to do. But if he does, kudos to him. Let's see. Anne says, yes, Pedal, the troll will jump on that topic of immigration instead of his good causes on the interview. Harry knows when to close down that topic. Exactly. And he closed it down by saying, it's not something at the forefront of his mind. So very good. Very good for Harry. He was honest and said, yes, I really thought about it. And for those people who are always like, oh, we need to take his title, the title away and all of that stuff. It's like, you know what? They keep screaming about it. Then on the next day, they're like, oh, but Harry needs to come back. William needs him. And it's just like, look, you keep doing that long enough, I'm just going to go. Period. So, let's see. Kutla says, I love when he was asked about all the stuff going on with his family in the UK being hard. He just said one thing, I have my own family. Amen. I know, he did. I love that too. I absolutely love that as well. He's like, well, I have my own family here. So I'm so happy he's just like, look, people. Oh, Black Queen, thank you so much for your donation. Oh my goodness, you're the one who's sick and you're giving. It just, thank you for your generosity. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. We should be giving you, and you're giving. Thank you. And Black Queen, oh, and also 1 year supporting the channel. Thank you, Black Queen. So I love you guys. You are the best that humanity has to offer. Be very proud. You are too, my goodness. Thank you, Black Queen. Oh, this is just so beautiful and special. Thank you. Oh, I am so grateful for this community, and I am so grateful for you and everyone here. It's so wonderful. And that is why I was sitting here in my quiet time wanting to hang with my friends while I'm singing in the cold. So let's see. Rafaela says, King Henry and his sweet family are the best. Yes, they are. And you know, Meghan, when in Dusseldorf, I think it was in Dusseldorf, Meghan even sort of, I think she even hinted at maybe this, the kids would be old enough to be able to bring to the games. So next year, we may see Archie and Lily at the games, which would be so amazing. I think that would be just really cool if they're able to be there. Harry waited to introduce Meghan to the world, and he introduced her at the Invictus Games in Toronto. So what a perfect time it would be if he wants to introduce, and not just to the world, maybe just, bring them there and privately when they have the kids event that the kids could be there. But introducing them to the athletes and stuff at the games, what a perfect thing that would be, that Archie and Lily would be there, and that would be when they're introduced to people outside of their little community out there in Santa Barbara. So but she did sort of hint that could be a possibility. So I thought that would be really cool. Now, I don't need to see them. They don't need to be in the public eye in any way, shape, or form. But, introducing them to his military family, I think that would be kind of cool. So, yeah. Let's see. Perlina says, leave the kids until they're older, which is fine. I totally agree. But I'm just saying, this is, Meghan is the one that hinted at it in Dusseldorf. So I'm just repeating what she literally said. So, let's see. Joan Higgy says, "Pedal all out in the snow." Well, we don't really have much snow. Not much snow at all. So again, if you see that little white thing on the ground, I'm just gonna move my camera around a little bit past the sun. Let's just get a little bit more of what I'm looking at here. You'll see the sun there, past the sun, going downtown all the way down. Hope you can see that there. So makes it a little bit not as cold as it would be if I wasn't sitting right there in the sun. So the sun is right in front of me, and yeah, it's a little bit. Got a little bit of the bridge right here. It's a little bit better view over there. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, the little white thing on the ground, I'm assuming you're seeing it in the photo. I'm seeing it in the phone, so I'm assuming you're seeing it. But that's all the snow we have left. And if I didn't come down here, I would not have seen the snow. So if there is none on the streets, it's none. So yeah, this is all the snow we have. So let's see. Yes, Black Queen is a warrior. Yes, very true, Joan. Let's see. Let's see what y'all. I'm just gonna scroll up for a minute. Did you guys see? Karen Warner, I'm so sorry. I did check it and I saw your email, and I will check your email. I will be emailing you later. I've been a little bit crazy, but I will be emailing you later today. So check your email later tonight, because I'll send you an email back. So yes, but I did see it. I apologize that I didn't get back to you. Check your email tonight. Let's see. Anne says, I wonder if Archie can ski. Harry learned at a young age with his mom. That's very interesting. yeah, I mean, I'm assuming they'll teach him, and we don't know. I'm sure they travel in a lot of places that we don't know because they are so stealth. So hey, perfect. If they haven't already, that would be a great place for them to learn. So yeah, let's see. All the way down. Anne says, Anne says, Meghan and Harriet will keep those kids out of the media spotlight for absolute privacy. I know, right? And which is so great. Which is so great. We don't need, especially the British press, to have anything at all. So, absolutely. Let's see. Wait, who has menopause and hot flashes there? Church Nelly talking about menopause and hot flashes. So, let's see. Did you guys see this? There's this article, and I'm talking about the British press. The Telegraph has been making me laugh because, along with Hannah Finesse and her nonsense about Harry needs to behave, there's this crazy article about Harry and Meghan holding hands. I had to laugh. And it was just like, oh my gosh. And I literally posted on X. I'm like, I had literally had secondhand embarrassment for this woman who wrote this article. And it's the same woman. I don't know if you guys remember when Harry and Meghan just left in 2020. She wrote this crazy article about basically begging Meghan to not let Harry have to choose between her and them. And I was just like, tell me somebody didn't get on here and write this nonsense. It was so embarrassing. And when you thought, okay, you could not top this kind of nonsense and this humiliating thing, she literally wrote about how Harry and Meg, she can't stand watching Harry and Meghan hold hands, that it's so fake. Nobody who has children hold hands anymore. And I was like, and literally she's talking about two people holding, Harry and Meghan hold hands all the time. It doesn't matter, whatever. But this is something she's referring to them on Valentine's Day. And I'm like, oh my God, lady, you're basically telling people you have no love in your life. It was just so embarrassing. I was just like, oh my gosh. Somebody please get with these women in the UK, especially middle-aged white women in the UK. Please tell them, let them know just how embarrassing it is that they do this sort of thing. It is just like, I was sitting there like, no way. No way. I am so embarrassed for her. And then, you think of all the people who saw this thing and then decided to publish it and then put your name on it. Like, I can't even. I'm like, wow. There is just no self-awareness there. A complete lack of self-awareness. I'm like, gosh, do you guys not know how you come across to other people? It's just crazy. Let's see. TMCD says, exactly, Pell, they definitely have no love in their lives. They do not know how it feels. So sad. I know. I'm like, God, these people were not breastfed as children. As babies, they were not breastfed. Because when you're breastfed, that it kind of teaches you love and, empathy. There's so many things you get out of being breastfed. And I'm like, this is a nation of people who were not breastfed. I'm like, I was like, somebody please buy them a bottle or something. At least they can imitate it or something. I don't know what they need. But it's like a nation of people who don't know about love. I was just like, what on earth? I've never met people. I haven't come across people like this before in my entire life. It's just wild. Hello, Nalothando. How are you doing? I hope you were, yes, you we're talking. Sorry, hope you're not being like, what is she talking about being breastfed? I'm talking like the lack of love among these people. It's like literally they're not breastfed. So, um, which doesn't not to say that some people who were can't be horrible, but let's say. Kathy Gabby says, LOL, I see ordinary couples holding hands on TV in the UK all over the place. Normal behavior. It seems like all the crazy people decide to be reporters and they all end up reporting on the royal family, it seems, because it's so not normal. They are not normal people. I'm like, what are these people? So Rosita says, yeah, she's jealous no one wants to hold her hand. So true. And it's just so telling the lack of love. It's unbelievable. Isabella says, have you seen the article from the New York Magazine? It's great. No, I haven't seen it. What does it say? I haven't been online. I've been outside, so I haven't. And I hadn't gone on X. I just kind of jumped on here. So, tell us what it says. Let's see. Miss September 15 says, Harry's very protective of his family, so this woman needs to get over that. Like, seriously. Like, seriously. My goodness. It's like they so want to criticize something that you're criticizing people for holding hands. Like, you see Charles and Camilla hold hands all the time. What is the other... Zara and whatever her rugby husband, they're always holding hands. But it's like you criticize and you just want something to criticize that you get to the point where you're criticizing a couple on Valentine's Day for holding hands. It's just like, gosh. Rosita says, I wasn't breastfed and I still know love when I see it. There you go, Rosita. There you go. I don't know. I always think like, is it, you just basically disprove my point that it's only people like who are breastfed that have that kind of love and warmth and, and empathy and all that stuff. So there you go. Rosita's wasn't even breastfed and she knows better. She knows love. So there you go. Kiki says, enjoying your day, dear, and discussing our world prince. Great, and thank you. Well, I'm happy you're here, Kiki. I am very happy and enjoying our fave. Oh, thank you, Olivia Johnson, for your donation. I appreciate it. Thank you. Wish I could display it on the screen, but I'm going through YouTube, so they don't have a means for me to touch it and then your thing display on the screen. So, but thank you so much. I see it. I appreciate your support for the channel. Much appreciated. Let's see. What else did I miss? Let's see. Mix Button says, do you think Harry's going to the UK many times this year means he has agreed half with the Park King Charles? I have no idea. I don't know. But he mentioned them going back, one, because it's a 10-year anniversary for the Invictus Games. So apparently they're doing something in the UK. We looked at it a few days ago, this reporter from the Times, the UK Times, mentioned that they're having some kind of service in a church there for the 10th anniversary. Invictus has not said anything about what they're going to do, nor did Harry. So, but I'm assuming, that's where it started. So I'm assuming they're going to be doing something in the UK. So I could see him going back for that. I can also see him going back for Well Child Awards. He always does that. So, or they might just combine it and put it around the same time. Who knows? But I could see him going back to the UK for those things and whatever else. As if it's going to be half in, half out, I don't see it, but you never know. You just never know, especially with King Charles. We don't know how his body will respond to the treatment. We don't know, I mean, I guess he's just doing the treatment now. I'm assuming it's chemotherapy or something. Um, Whatever. So we'll see. We'll see. As we've seen, I mean, you can't really count on William to be doing anything. So it will, if I were Charles, if I was in his position, I would definitely be trying to get Harry something to make him want to come back if I was in Charles's position. But after what he did to Harry, I could understand Harry be like, thanks, but no thank you. I mean, he doesn't deserve anything from Harry after what he's done. He allowed the press to sort of goad him into, taking away security, and also especially the taking away Harry's home. I mean, that's just a no. So do I see Harry going back? No, I don't. But you never know. You just never know. Let's see. Aaron says, I hope Harry can have his own security. I somehow don't trust the whole security debacle and leaks. I'm with you, and I don't trust anybody in the UK to be doing security at all. These people are these people bow down and worship the monarchy. I wouldn't trust any one of these people with security at all in any sense of the word. So, but that's just me. Let's see. Kilo says, how did the press know KC3 called Harry? how do they always know that Palace leaked it? They leaked things. And so yeah, they actually, I mean, I think it was part of the press conference. It said that King Charles, actually it was in the official Buckingham Palace release that the King Charles personally told his sons. So that's would be how they would have known that. So that was in the official release that he did call them. So they would have known that, yeah. And if they didn't do that, I'm sure they would have leaked it eventually anyway. So there. Let's see. Scrolling up. Anola Heather says, all these haters criticize Harry and Meghan to boost their self-hate and ego. And to give them relevance. If they don't talk about Harry and Meghan, nobody would care. Nobody would go, click on whatever nonsense it is they're putting there. Yeah, it's exactly it. Yeah. They need something. They need clicks. They need, a lot of them, sometimes they are these blue checks, especially on X, and they post this nonsense. They know they will get clicks, and they know they'll make money off of it, so that they'll continue. And then these same people would be attacking Harry like, oh, and Meghan like, oh, they're just trying to make money off of royalty. And it's just like, well, isn't that what you're doing though? You're making money off of, attacking them. So you're doing exactly what you're claiming in attacking. I mean, it's his life. He can make money off of it if he wants to. Who are you then to criticize him? So, unbelievable. Again, no self-awareness. Let's see, scrolling up some more. Ming says, true, Charles was to do Australia visit. Perhaps he will send Harry. I know. Australia is trying to become a republic. They're probably like, you just, stay over there, get well. You don't need to come. Would I be shocked? I mean, Prince Harry did say if they ever need him, especially with Commonwealth stuff, he would be more than willing to help them. He's not willing to go back. He literally said that he, especially Commonwealth stuff, he wouldn't mind if they needed help. And that's the thing with Harry. He's been so consistent. Another train is going by me there, so this is a loud thing you hear. He's been very consistent in that his love for his family is he always let them know that they don't ever have to doubt his love for them, or his ability, his willingness to, if they want to talk, he is there, or if they need some help, he's not interested in going back and working for them. But if they need help, especially with the Commonwealth, I'm sure Harry would be more than willing to, offer a hand. But they have to come. So, But I don't see Australia might be like, "Whew, that's right. You just stay home." So, and I mean, don't expect William to go anywhere because William is probably like, I don't even want to go to I don't even want to go to London right now. I want to stay in Amna Hall. So yeah. Let's see. And Louis says, that could be one of the reasons Harry insisted Camilla should not be in the room when he had an audience with his father. It was very personal issue to discuss with his dad. Plus, she is a leaker. Yeah, if she, if the reporting is true that she wasn't there, I could totally understand why. Because if she was in that room, everybody and their father and mother would have known what Harry and Charles talked about. Because how did Robert Jobson know? Like, Robert Jobson put out this article claiming that Charles basically had to sit around Clarence's house twiddling his thumb waiting for Harry, and how it was an inconvenience because he should have been at Sandringham already and all of this stuff. If any of that is true, how would Robert Jobson have gotten that information? The only reason he would have gotten that, the only way he would have gotten that information would be somebody in that house. Somebody right there in that situation. And the only person really, and the person who is close to Robert Jobson, is Camilla. So you can understand why Harry didn't want any of her in there at all. Hello, Khadijah. I see you there. How are you? So I'm glad. Let's see. Cutler says, in the time they spent together, how did they know? Well, one of the things that the press was tracking them, the press tracked, the Daily Mail and all, the Telegraph and stuff. They literally were live streaming when Harry got to the airport, when he left the airport, and when he arrived at Clarence's house. They were there. So they were tracking him the whole time, live. And they knew there are videos of him when he arrived at Clarence's house. They knew when he left Clarence's house headed towards Buckingham Palace. They knew when Camilla and Charles headed towards Buckingham Palace, and they also saw and recorded when Charles's helicopter left Buckingham Palace. So they were clocking the whole thing. So that's how they were able to, they figured out how long they, at least approximately how long they met, and what time Charles left. And so, yeah, they were live doing that stuff. They literally had a live feed on their platform. It was just really wild watching it. It was like Harry was this big dignitary coming into the UK. It was just crazy. Hello, Karen M., our awesome moderator. How are you? We're just hanging out in the park, sitting in the cold and in the sun, chatting. Welcome to my quiet space in the cold. So, let's see. Going up a little bit. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Black Queen. Queen is reminding everyone, please give me a thumbs up. Please give a thumbs up and subscribe, please. Yes, please. And join the channel if you're able. That would be awesome as well. Thank you. Let's see. Black Queen said, oh, she's talking to Kathy G. I bet they'll take a bait as expected, foaming profusely at the mouth. So I'm not particularly sure what you're referring to there, Black Queen. So I guess I needed to scroll a little bit more so I could eavesdrop on your conversation. But yeah. It's always funny to me that they're like, oh, they cannot trust Harry because they're afraid stuff would get in a paper or he would leak stuff. And I was like, do you even know what the word leaking means? Harry doesn't leak stuff. Harry sit there in front of a camera and speak. He does not leak and then pretend it's not him, as the royal family does. It's crazy with these people. It's like, leaking. No, when you hear from Harry, it's him speaking in front of a camera, not pretending as some like palace sauce. So let's see. Kathy Gabby says, "Well, I think Harry was taking a poke at the tabloid rodents with the own family and the U.S. citizens comment. He knows what riles them up." You know, that is so true. It is one of the things too why he probably did that interview too. It's like, you know what, you're not, and he did say, you're not going to bully me into silence. And we know like a lot of the attack on them, it's about every day, is if we could do this every day, we can bully them and they can run away and hide. And Harry, especially Harry, is like, no, I'm going to talk when I want to talk. You're not going to bully me into silence. I don't care what you say. You can attack all you want. I'm going to say what I need to say. So I am very happy to see that he is not going to be bullied into silence. So yeah. As you can hear, a helicopter is going by again. So, let's see. Any other thoughts on the interview? Anybody else have anything else on the interview? Let's see. Rhonda says, and they say he is irrelevant, yet they're tracking his every move. I know. It was like this big dignitary came into the UK, all of it for 24 hours, you know, live. I mean, they were live. It was just like, you people are crazy. You are crazy. It is so wild. It was breaking news in the UK. Harry arrived. And then, of course, when they realized he left, and it's like, how dare he come in here and just come in and just leave? It's just craziness. Let's see. Yes. I guess they only say, oh, he's irrelevant so that they can sleep better, I guess. They'll help them to not feel like they've been dumped. So, let's see. Hello, VS Speaks Royally. How are you? I hope you are well. Thank you for being here. It's so funny. I was just looking at your thing on I can't even think. My brain. I think my brain just froze. Never mind. My brain froze. But anyway, moving on. Cutler says Harry is not dancing to the tabloids soon. That for sure. No, they're definitely not. I think that's why Hannah Finesse was like, Harry was told to behave. How could he not behave? He was told to behave, and yet here he is doing an interview. It's like, yeah, you people are just stupid to think you can tell a grown man what to do. You know. Ning said, I like the way Harry kept bringing the interview back to the Invictus Games. Yeah, exactly. Harry made sure he's got what he wanted to get, and it was not about the royals. And of course, one of the things I'm sure the royals are, or at least the press is a little bit upset at Harry about, is because Harry didn't mention William, because you know they want that narrative. You know they want that William-Harry narrative. And Harry just completely ignored anything to do. Didn't even bring up William at all. And that's the thing. William is irrelevant. He is not relevant to anything Harry is doing. And so I am so happy, you know, I was so happy to see like they didn't even approach that nonsense. So yeah. But very, very interesting. So hang on for one little second, because I am just going to move. The sun is kind of in my face a little bit, so hang on. And I'm just gonna move past the sun, and you can see where I'm going. Past the sun a little bit, by the water, and yeah. This is where I am, just hanging out by the water. I can't see because the sun is there. I can't really see what's in the chat right now. But I'm gonna wrap up because it's gotten really cold out here. So my fingers, I'm losing feeling my fingers at the moment. But I just want to show you a little bit of the water where I am. It is so nice and so peaceful. And I wish you were here, but you're not. So yeah, this is a little bit of my work. So yeah. Well, anyway, guys, I'm gonna go in, get some warm, get some tea, and get away from this water because it's madness to be by the water when it's for freezing. So I love you guys. Have a great day, and next podcast I will be on the inside where it's nice and warm. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. See you.